first NASCAR live race reaction of the new year. Bowman Gray Stadium for the Clash. Man, I'm looking forward to this one, man. From what we've seen in the heat races and from what we've seen in practice sections, the last chance qualifiers, looking forward to this one, man.
I've been looking forward to this since 2019 when who was it? Slapsues made a video about it, and I watched all the clips, and I'm like, this is what you play for NASCAR, and we've always seen that. What's nice about this place is all diamonds don't matter one bit. Only thing that matters is hands will flip, that's it. And all that other stuff.
All right.
And in case I did not know, if you didn't watch Twisted Toes reaction video to the heat races, one of the guys said we're doing a flip tomorrow, today, so.
And yeah, guys, Ty Gibbs, he did win airborne trying to pay back Justin Haley. So, I mean, who knows at this point?
Well, I heard that in a video, I'm like, Rudolph, you kidding me?
Yep. But I see a small chance of a flip happening, but who knows? But the racing? Especially with these. Yeah, the racing especially has been really solid. Like,
if
I've seen multiple.
The Elliott Coliseum was a let fest. Wait until you see this.
Yeah, I've seen drivers can make the outside lane work. It's a multi-groove track.
Oh, just wait, someone's threw a dive bomb through the glass. Just wait. Yeah, last one they had a wall out in the field.
I think something tells me I either see Joey Logano winning this one or I see a Joe Gibbs Toyota winning. It's either Logano or Toyota. That's who I'm picking. That's my kind of like my.
Oh yeah, and plus you're gonna see a lot of things doing this place too if they go into a cloud of someone that's left or something.
Feels like I'm in my neighbor's garage on top of things when you come through here. But the fans, I guess, is that what makes this the bad house among the drivers?
Yeah, I mean, without a doubt, you watch the videos there, Chris, of the cars wrecking and the drivers getting out. But what you can't hear are the fans cheering. I'm telling you, I've never seen interaction at a racetrack the way that I have here. you either get thumbs up or flipped off. There's no in between, and it doesn't matter if you're 6 or 60. They're all doing it, so it's really cool to see them get into this, and I think that's what fuels the drivers when they get out and they go and they have a conversation with someone else. When those fans start hearing it, just fuels that even more.
Yeah,
Oh no, we are marching bands.
Let's hear from some of the drivers.
Yeah, I see that.
How they take this place.
For us in Cup Series, at least for all the drivers that will be participating. Look forward to it. It's certainly right in the roots of our sport. Full contact NASCAR racing, probably similar to what you saw at LA. It's going to be tight. It's a really narrow racetrack, so not a lot of room to make passes cleanly. It'll be intense because
Let me go ahead and get the leaderboard all set up.
It's going to be
If you want.
harder to pass there.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and do
You're
that.
basically racing in a parking lot. It's really tiny, so when you put all of us out there, there's going to be contact in every corner at some point. Yeah, I think you're going to have to
Go
move
ahead.
people out of the way.
There's-
So obviously, feelings are going to get hurt. Bowman Gray is known for people.
But this race
I wouldn't.
is gonna be like very
Racing surface
old
is super
school.
narrow, so hopefully it's none of the madhouse highlights that we're all used to. It's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when, and the hostility or the aggressiveness, right?
And I know the next live race reaction we're doing is the dual races and then the truck series. Plan on doing the truck series, maybe the Xfinity series, but not the 500 because I know you'll be there.
Yeah. And be the spot place.
Starts to get lapped. That's when all of a sudden the aggression is going to come out. You need a caution to come out. You're going to have to move somebody out of the way. As this gets closer to the end, fully expect to see the madhouse come out.
Yeah, so your restarts, green flag racing is what they want here. Let's check in with our pole sitters with Jamie Little.
And that would be Chase Elliott, 7-time most popular driver in NASCAR. And tonight you are the pole sitter. We just watched the LCQ, though, the action that we saw, Chase. What do you anticipate from this one? It's much longer at 200 laps.
It is, for sure. I would have to imagine there's going to be a similar amount of chaos at some point. I hope that we're obviously, have a great starting spot here, which I think is a really big deal. If we can hold on to that, and stay up front. So it's going to be crazy. I think my goal is to try to control the race as much as I possibly can, and hopefully our NASCAR is getting up to that. It certainly was yesterday, but something tells me that things are not going to be that smooth. So we'll just fight through whatever it is. Have a great atmosphere. This is awesome. You said it. A lot like Supercross, which is not something that we get to do. With the cars being as big as they are and whatnot. So this is really cool. Appreciate NASCAR for putting this on. Thanks to all the fans for coming out and making it special. And just excited to get going and gonna enjoy the show like everybody else.
Good luck. Have some fun.
Thank you.
All right, now Stoley's going to make the walk down to Regan Smith.
Couple positions for the back. Tyler Reddick going to start fourth, beating your win in the heat race last night. Tyler, how do you get this car 3 spots up towards the front to get the win for your car owner Michael Jordan tonight?
So I'm just showing on the news on like
We saw a lot of that already over the last 2
why
nights.
does
Obviously,
DA
and above
says
that,
that
it's going to be
the
coming lap runs around those good tires, so try to understand that this first go around.
Look
so that
like
second time.
because
Good luck tonight. Thanks, Chris. I love the way the drivers are embracing this, and boy, it's interesting. We see how they're going to start out, the 23 drivers, but who has the 2 best cars in this? You think?
Well, I think the 2 guys we just interviewed, I thought Chase Elliott obviously qualifies on the pole, wins his heat race. He looked like he had a really good car. And then Tyler Reddick, it looked effortless. I mean, he was able to check out and win that 4th heat race. So both of those guys are going to be good. But this is going to come down to those last few restarts, Chris, and who gets shuffled out. We saw guys look like Larson in the LCQ, looked like he was in position, got shuffled out because of the way the cautions fell. So having the best car doesn't guarantee a win, particularly at this racetrack. And the other thing is they talk about these longer runs. There is a little bit of tire fall off. Nobody's been past 50 laps or 45 laps on a set of tires. So we're going to find out together.
That's what we've heard about. Aggressive tire fall off. And if it's a driver you're rooting for, manufacturer. By the way, Chevy has won the most clashes, but they've only won 1 of the last 11. It's the madhouse ready to go crazy here. Our opening ceremonies. Please rise as you are able. Remove your hats, and veterans render a hand salute as Winston-Salem Police Department Honor Guard presents our nation colors. As Chaplain Daniel Hippolyt delivers tonight's invocation, please say a prayer for the victims, their families, friends, and families of the recent events in Washington, D.C. and Philadelphia. Dear Heavenly Father, we thank you for this day that you've given to us. We thank you for every team, every driver, and all the fans that are here today. God, we want to take a moment and pray for the victims and the families of those affected by the tragedies in both D.C. and Pennsylvania. I pray for safety for all of the drivers and all of the teams. And may we have a great race. In Jesus' name, amen. Here to perform our national anthem, please welcome Winston-Salem State University's Red Sea of
So for
Sound
first
Marching
time
Band.
ahead me. Oh, what actually ahead me for once?
Let's hear it for Winston-Salem State University's Red Sea of Sound Marching Band's performance of our national anthem. An old song with that great flyover.
Dude, that was Rick Allen, man.
23 drivers, 200 green flag laps at the Madhouse. The Clash is live on Fox in a moment.
This is gonna be fun.
Oh yeah.
Let me get all geared up. Let me get all geared up.
Get ready for Super Bowl licks.
No, that's Super Bowl 59, Gronk.
It's going down live in the Big Easy with a musical performance by John Baptiste, and the gang breaks down Chiefs versus Eagles with Kevin and Tom on the call.
It's the Super
All right,
Bowl radio
wearing
show.
my hat, my Denny Hamlin hat.
Hamlin hat.
By the way, I'm not going to be reacting to the Super Bowl because it's basically going to be a copy and paste of Super Bowl 57, the one we reacted to a couple of seasons ago. So, yeah, I'll just do a post-game reaction. But other than that, definitely looking forward to this.
Yeah, I'm not even watching.
I guess you're really going off to school. Mom, I'm gonna miss you.
Listen, hope I had a fishing with now, huh?
Dad, I never really did like fishing.
I just
Alrighty.
What was that?
96% of Forester vehicles sold in the last 10 years are still on the road today. That's more than the traffic.
So the immunity off them said that, and they doing a dose of an anti-wrinkle cream commercial.
It's the only thing. Even though points don't matter tonight, these drivers will have no problem making a season opening statement. When the sun goes down and the lights come up, there'll only be one way out of this madhouse. No one's here to make friends. It's called the crash. There's only one way to survive this short track. That'll be to push your way to the front. Into the void we ride. Welcome to the clash at Bowman Gray. Last night here in Winston-Salem, 4 drivers won their qualifying heat race. That's 2 advanced in this 200-lap clash. Chase Elliott won the first heat, Chris Buescher the second. And Tyler Reddick.
Alexa, change lap color to red.
Qualifying heat winners, and they will lead the field to green tonight.
Alright.
For 200 laps. It's the 2025 NASCAR Clash at Bowman Gray Stadium, Winston-Salem, North Carolina, on
Man.
Fox.
I'm sure.
Hi, everybody. Welcome. Mike Joy, Clint Boyer, Kevin Harvick with you. We've already seen an intense, wreck-filled 75-lap last chance qualifier. Did the drivers in the feature learn anything from that? If so, what, Clint?
I think they learned where the term madhouse came from. That's what they learned. That's what we all learned. Last chance qualifier. That was everybody's last chance to make this show. Some did, some didn't. They were beaten, they were banging, and we knew it was for good measure and knew it was coming. The inevitable of the madhouse is here. Well, they also learned that you're going
Like I said, y'all, my picks to win this race is either going to be Joey Logano or it's going to be a Joe Gibbs Toyota. Either going to be Briscoe, Hamlin, Bell, or Briscoe, Hamlin, and Christopher Bell. It's either one. It's either those 4.
With the front bumper. And to
Me-
that point, Kevin,
I
don't
don't know. This
the
is
cautions
like
do
they
start coming, then they
nowadays,
continue to happen. You can't get away from one another. But once it gets spread out, to your point, that opportunity is out the window. But they're going to catch the back of the field this time, Mike, at some point.
Yes. And when there is a caution, the choose will come into play. A lot of drivers take the inside, but somebody will be brave, go all the way up the outside, and give themselves a chance to be a hero or zero. That's the culture.
now if
of
Allison
racing at
could
Bowman Gray.
someone
Let's go trackside.
I'm doing
Greg,
this
it's time to let the madness begin. Here to say the command to fire engines, please welcome Bowman Gray weekly champions. From the modified champion, Burt Myers. The sportsman champion, Zach Orr. The stock champion,
this is
Kristen.
definitely a
Stadium stock champion, AJ
hello
Sanders.
turn.
And cookout representative, Lou Reeves.
Drivers, start your engines!
Here is the starting lineup. The Clash at Bowman Gray. Your 4 heat winners, we introduce them to you. They have the first 4 rows. The runners-up in those heats
Oh,
will have the next couple of rows. The next 2 rows, rows 3 and 4, and then the third place finishers, and so on back. Finally, at the back of the field, last chance qualifier drivers Kyle Larson, Josh Berry, and the provisional driver
By the way, guys, I told Ace this already, but on my TV, I'm actually watching the race on my phone. But on my TV, I actually got, if you're subscribed to HBO Max, you can actually listen and watch the on-car, the in-car cam of your favorite driver, and along with the radio.
But the number one tool here at this quarter-mile racetrack is the nose of this race car. We just
I
saw
had
it
a
in the
thing
last chance qualifier.
behind
This
you.
is what a
I
driver
have
uses to get by
off
another
the
driver or maybe get the lead.
NASCAR
But
website.
let's go to our Toyota cutaway car and show you risk versus reward. Let's
Because
pull
I
the front
have
nose
to
of our
be in
Toyota
all
Camry
the
cutaway car and see what's actually behind it. You'll see aluminum bumper structure. It's meant to actually collapse between it and the front nose. Energy absorbent foam. As these drivers start beating and banging, as we saw in the heat races and the last chance qualifying, what happens, that energy absorbent foam starts to collapse. And when it starts to collapse, the nose starts to cave in, and the effect is, see the gap that's created between the nose and the front splitter. That hurts the handling of the car. It hurts the front downforce. The car doesn't want to turn. And guys, where this really comes into play is when the cars get strung out and the car's in clean air.
Thanks, Larry. We saw evidence of that in the 75-lap last chance qualifier. Ty Gibbs, Kyle Larson. Everybody got a piece of somebody.
Yeah, it's definitely when you hit them really hard and it separates from that splitter. Those are more head-on hits right there where it damages the front of the splitter. But when it gets that gap and the air starts to go over the top of that splitter down under the car instead of under that splitter, it starts to affect the front of the nose. Even at a racetrack like this, and like Larry said, more so when the cars get spread out and you really are struggling with the handling on the car.
Are we going to dial up tonight?
Let's dial up Denny Hamlin. Hey, Denny Hamlin, Kevin Harvick up in the Fox booth. You got a copy?
Yes, sir.
Well, buddy, you had a good run in the heat race last night. Gave yourself some track position. You're really good at these styles of racetracks. Tell us what we can expect tonight.
You know, I think we had a good run in the calmer of the races we've seen so far. Simply because, there's not a cutoff spot. There's no go home spot. We're all on the show at this point. And I think guys are going to be a little bit more strategic with the moves they make and trying to get to their finish up front. That's going to be a task in itself.
From the driver's standpoint, we hear a lot of talk about tires. Are you got a concern? You're always pretty good at that side of things. Is it something that you're looking after, or just protecting your car?
I think tires are a big deal. I think how you treat them. You get what you get. Always pretty good at that side of things. It's a great tire. Looking after it, just protecting your car. Really promotes. I think tires are a big deal. I think how you treat them. Hopefully we end up right into that.
All right, man. Well, good luck. That sports slip Camry looks pretty good out there. Have fun.
Drivers, thanks, guys.
Last year's Clash winner out in Los Angeles, Denny Hamlin. Let's go to pit road. Beginning with Jamie Little.
Mike, Chase Elliott was class of the field last night, went every lap and won his heat race, and that put him on the pole for tonight's race. Well, I just talked to him moments ago, and he is fired up. This is the happiest Chase Elliott I've seen in quite some time. But keep one thing in mind. Hendrick Motorsports has failed to lead a lap in the Clash the last 3 years. Now, he feels like he has a car good enough to change all that. And, hey, he's trying to get his first win in a Clash ever. Regan Smith?
Well, Jamie, for the past 3 seasons since we have run the Clash on a quarter-mile racetrack, Chris Buescher has not been in the main event. This season, though, very different. Fast in practice, fast in the qualifying, fast in heat races. As a matter of fact, he won his heat race in the main. He will start second tonight. He told me earlier, I've got tons of stuff to worry about in this race. How do I get to the bottom?
I'm looking, we have 15 people watching. 16
16
now. We have 16 now.
Dang.
Yeah, thank y'all for your support.
Let's check out our onboard cameras, the HendrickCars.com camera riding with Kyle Larson, number 5. Tyler Reddick with the Toyota onboard camera, number 45. Tyler Handley won his heat, and here is Kyle Larson. Now, where Kyle Larson is
But yeah, this
starting,
is gonna be a
which is pretty
long
much out
day.
and back, that is only about 15, 18
Really
car
just
lengths
start letting stuff off
away
the
from
start.
the race leader. It's a great point, Mike.
Yeah, that's something that these guys haven't dealt with yet this weekend is, if they get in a long run, that leader catching the back of the pack. And I know that's something that you and I have been talking about. We think is going to be exciting because it puts the pressure on the guy that you're getting ready to lap.
to do something to the guy in front of him.
Oh, it certainly is. But go back to Kyle Larson for a second. We said it earlier in that LCQ.
Oh, yeah,
That 75-lap practice session he just got, that was extreme racing conditions. He saw a little bit of everything in that. I look for that 5-car, believe it or not, to be able to move up through the field a little bit here tonight. And Josh Berry in the 21 Wood Brothers car, that was another car that got a big-time education for 75 laps. Also, let's go back.
The pole in last place, that is insane. How close they are.
Yep.
Oh, never mind. The single.
Yeah, looks like we're going green next time. Bye.
Yeah.
All right, man. Let's just go and have fun out there. It's something that we're going to do. So, definitely appreciate all the effort and all the work from all the appreciate everything you guys have done to give me and a company in the thing. So,
He starts 6th.
Yep, here we go.
Tucked away behind the
This is going to be fun.
Hey. Ready for 200 laps. Elliott Chevrolet pushers forward on the
This
front
gonna be
row,
like
17,000 fans on their feet.
And we're underway. Elliott goes out front.
Great jump for Chase Elliott. Now Reddick's job is to find a hole and get inside.
Yeah, and that's where you got to start making a decision. You know, do I want to try to hang on the outside? Reddick thinks better of it and just finds a spot down low.
Single file back to Joey Logano in 7th. Everybody trying to get in position, get in a situation where they can ride. Those cars on the outside watching Shane Van Gissenbergen right there. Everybody's trying to get down, ride a single file, and get sorted out. A long race ahead of us. Christopher Bell makes it single file, and Van Gisbergen clears the Ford out driven by Noah Gregson. Ryan Preece passes Gregson on the outside, and he's going for more. And then RFK Ford, number 60, the blue car there.
Well, we saw Ryan Preece do that last night. He made a couple of
there
great
at the top.
moves on the outside, and I think that the whole
Gregson
field saw that and had a conversation about what they can get away with for a short amount of time. You're still not going to stay up there and make a whole lot of passes on the outside.
Gregson and Bubba Wallace now as they battle for 11th. Right behind them, William Byron and Kyle Busch. You can just see how tight the racing course is. In particular, you see that wall off of 4. I cannot stress enough how little room there is off of turn 4 with 2 cars side by side.
Yeah, and what's happening right now is, we're 7 or 8 laps in, and this is really the prime time on the tires. We saw that during qualifying last night. That lap 4 to lap 10 was really when the quickest laps would pop up on your tires. As we get into the lap 15, 20, 25, that's really when you're going to start to see these cars start to fade. As you see,
Come on, Bubba's going to get to the outside. Oh, he bumps Gregson just a bit.
Position there on the inside. Cuts in front of
Oh, those tires are this on the phone too.
11th didn't make it. You're 7th place,
Yeah.
Christopher. Puts Joey Logano to the outside, and Van Gisbergen in the 88 covers the spot on the bottom. Reese with them.
I've been really impressed with that 88 car as he's gone through the last couple of days. Shane had a great run at Martinsville, and I think we've seen a lot of the road racers have that same success for whatever reason with that style of braking.
I think that's just
Oh, a little contact there with Cindric and Kyle Busch there.
Not clear. Kyle Busch. Austin Cindric got a little piece of Kyle Busch there trying to make some room on the inside. But I think these tight tracks like this, just like you say, Kevin, it plays right into those road courses' hands. Applying the brakes, getting off of it, letting the car roll, and getting the power down.
Yeah, and that's the unique part about these cars. And a lot of the times when you use the brakes with these cars, you have your peak brake pressure, and then you slowly start to bleed the brake out. And as soon as you get to the bottom of the brakes and zero brake pressure, you go back to the throttle. So that's very much a road racing style of braking or one of the techniques that you use there?
All right, we got a single file pretty much all the way down the field now. Now you're going to see Chase Elliott, the blistering laps that he's putting 14:38 for the leader. The back of the pack's getting bigger. 3/4 of this racetrack is occupied by cars. It's only a quarter lap from the last place car, Josh Berry, to the leader, Chase Elliott, who now powers out of turn 2.
Yeah, and that's really when you're going to start to see the pressure from the back of the pack pick up, and you're going to have to make something happen to the car in front of you as the leader catches the back of the pack.
13th place, Carson Hocevar inside of Noah Gregson, who's not been able to get back to the inside and secure a spot. No, and every time he does, he gets moved out of the way. Struggling with the handling of his car so far, Noah Gregson. Sidrick to the inside. And then Kyle Busch.
We talked to Noah in our pre-race show there as you see him up on the outside of Kyle Busch and a little bit of tire smoke, but that seems to be the norm as we go around Bowman Gray Stadium, tight quarters. But I'm really excited to see Noah as he goes through the year. I felt like his progression at Stewart-Haas Racing was really good as a race car driver.
Oh, Kyle Busch spins.
That was Van Gisbergen. That's right. Gregson to Busch. And he better get that relay because this retaliation.
Well, on a scale of 1 to 10, he's going to the garage already.
To the backstretch pits. No infield pitting on this quarter mile. All of the pits are behind Winston-Salem State Athletic Building. That is Suarez. Let's see how that.
Yeah, Kyle Busch just spun it. Let's see what happened. Oh, SVG gets in the back of Gregson, and then Gregson back to Kyle, and Kyle just.
Yeah, that just looked like the 99 into the back of the 4, and that shoved the 4 into the back of the 8.
Yeah, he got.
Oh.
And as soon as
Suarez.
Excuse me, not the.
Yep.
And here's some audio from Kyle Busch.
What you got there? No drive off. Can't touch the gas. Got anything for me? Yeah. Check it up. Pull the packer out of the right rear. And take her around. You got 3/4 of a round out of the right rear.
I've never heard a crew chief tell me that before. If I don't have anything for forward drive, you got anything? Yes. I like that. Ben Burnett answered him immediately. All right, track is clean. You exit the track at turn 3. You re-enter at turn 4. Let's see how the choose sorts out here with Chris Buescher.
I like how we're already going back to the racing already. Like, instead of just having to take like almost 10 minutes just to get another restart in. And have you heard that NASCAR's no longer doing the rookie stripes? That I do not. I don't like. That I do not like. If you ask me.
Try to be on
The NBA banned it. Nike decided they would pay the fine every game so Michael Jordan could wear it, and an iconic brand was born, commemorated here. Number 45 as Tyler and the 2311 team
it's just they don't require. Well, I mean, the teams can still do it, but they're not going to do it.
Tyler had a great heat race last night, put himself at the front of this field. And, we saw so many of these cars make great adjustments after that first practice session.
Yeah, here we go.
Second practice session into qualifying, and had a whole different group up front. So it'll be interesting to see how this night progresses.
Time for another restart.
20 laps down, starter has the green flag in hand. Elliott Buescher back at it in turn 1.
Elliott out to the lead. Elliott's been dominating so far.
Yeah. I don't see that for long.
Back to Briscoe on the outside of Keselowski for 5th.
Yeah, that seems to be the normal trend on the restarts with the first, second, and third. Second gets that gap in between the lead car and the third place car is able to make a decision. You go tuck it in that hole or trying to race the leader on the outside.
to sort the process all over again. You can see back there Chase Briscoe and now Christopher Bell side by side. Those single file cars just dropped right away from teammates for 6th, and Bell prevails. Then Briscoe and Gisbergen, followed by Logano and Priest. Priest got the ball in the exit of 4 right there a little bit.
Yeah, that's not hard to do, is it? With the way that grandstand hangs out over the racetrack and the wall kicks back onto the racetrack, it's not a straight line off the corner.
Oh,
I
I just saw a little bit of 3 wide there between Bubba, Byron, and Priest.
He had a lot of success on that outside last night. Bubba Wallace looking to the inside of Priest there. 23. That is for 10th place.
And you see those 4 cars up on the outside right there. And really, when we came here, we expected there to be no outside groove. But as these guys have gotten more comfortable with the racetrack, you see the wall again.
That's Priest.
They've become more comfortable to protect themselves up there on the restarts.
He hit it hard enough that time. I'd be surprised if it didn't bend the toe link. Suspension piece of the record here. Hosemar moves on past, and Priest promoted to 12th place. Here's the contact.
Oh, wow.
Yep, hit it twice. Right there where the grandstand juts out and the safer barrier with it. I think Jenna Reed is another statement for that corner. What is it, 3.5 feet? Well, that is part of the historic character of this place. The safer barrier is new, but that grandstand of the jut in the wall is not. 30 of 200 laps complete in Winston-Salem, North Carolina. Chase Elliott has led them all. We're going to go Fox side by side.
Liberty Mutual.
Take note of recognizable landmarks. Like that.
What's wrong with going in circles?
Different circles, Ross. Okay. And for the mountains.
50 years with my best friend. Quicker picker up. Bounty absorbs spills like a sponge and is 2 times more absorbent, so you can use less. Bounty, a quicker picker up.
I don't want that to get copyrighted.
Huh?
They're playing a copyrighted song.
A first-of-its-kind innovation that returns pistons to factory clean by removing up to 100% of deposits to restore your engine to perform like new. Restore and protect. Another first without lead.
Have you ever dreamt of getting 2 of your fave Wendy's items for $7? Like a spicy chicken sandwich, Dave's single, or 10 piece nugs? Well, today's the day your Omni-specific dream comes true. Pretty good dream. 2 faves for just
I want
$7.
NASCAR the Cup Series to come to Pensacola so bad.
I mean, they can do that. They can zone 5 plus if they
Switch to the amazing iPhone 16 contain mode.
Oh, contact with Briscoe and Shane Van Gisbergen.
I feel like most likely they would do 5 flats.
In unpredictable conditions. Pack layers. For your body.
That track is a half a mile. It does have baking. And
I really want them though to Eldora or Knoxville. I want to see a Cup on do it for them.
Chase
His car looks really solid. The car I'm looking at, though, Kevin, Tyler Reddick in that 45, you can see him getting closer to Busher. The car just looks like it rolls the center of the corner with a lot of speed. He's able to rotate and put the throttle down.
Yeah, right now we're about 0.6 of a second.
Imagine if someone touches Chase Elliott's bumper, and imagine if someone in second place bumps and runs Chase Elliott, and that driver ends up finishing first, and Elliott finishes second. I can see fans booing the crap out of that guy.
That's where you're going to see stuff like this with Ryan Blaney on the back of Ross Chastain.
They only booing them. He doesn't. Whoever is the buzz.
Catching the back of the pack.
All right, Elliott is going to start lapping cars soon. Let's check with Jamie Little.
We haven't talked a whole lot about Ryan Blaney, and that's for good reason. Last night when they unloaded, he just wasn't happy with the race car, and then add insult to injury. They were smoking after the heat race. They brought it in, couldn't diagnose what was wrong with it. Well, this morning they came in and they realized there's a hole in the oil cooler, so they had to swap out the radiator. So he dropped to the back in the LCQ. He ran some laps just to make sure all things were good, but still not to his liking as he runs right now 17.
Blaney started 23rd, up to 17th in less than 50 laps. Now our race leader, Chase Elliott, he is only about 3 or 4 car lengths behind Kyle Busch. Remember, Busch made a pit stop on the caution lap 21, trying to improve the handling of his car and the drive off.
He hasn't gone anywhere. Yeah, he's dead last right now. So, the handling is not to Kyle's liking. It sounds like above the corner, he's just struggling.
Yeah, but you go right in front of him, there's 4 cars that are battling up. I can promise you, those spotters are telling the leader's coming. He's in your mirror, you gotta go.
Yeah, that 4 car right there has found his way all the way to the back of the pack after starting towards the front, so he's in trouble.
And that's exactly what you see these guys do at Gilliland. He's already pushing Gregson. Leader's on me. I gotta go, bud. Sorry. Todd Gilliland got in the wall coming off turn 4 about 4 or 5 laps ago. But the leader is there. Chase Elliott about to begin to lap cars on this very tight, flat quarter mile around the football field. Now we're going to see what Chase Elliott has. Now, the scratch on that race car, Vince Smith so far, now he's going to be mired in traffic.
What do you do, Clint? Are you going to be aggressive and start using a bumper? How long do you wait? Because usually in these situations, if you're not aggressive and you're not trying to go forward, it stacks the second, third, fourth place car up, and that gap closes up really quick sometimes because the guys in front of you are going to start getting aggressive and trying to make spots.
Sometimes, isn't that leader, as you keep putting pressure on these lap cars, they do the work for you. And as long as you can follow suit, in other words, when they move a car out of the way, you go with them and just continue on. Elliott's been able to maintain a pretty good gap over Chris Buescher, just about 1 second. And now with a lap car between them, Kyle Busch has been able to pretty much maintain pace. But that's going to get harder as we go forward and more cars get lapped. That's the other thing you want to do as a leader. You hope to keep cars in between you and that second place car. That's your insurance program. Caution free through 57 of 200 laps. But for the incident on lap 21, and that was Kyle Busch. In kind of a threefer, but it was Busch that went around. That was the first and only caution flag.
Hey, Larson's up to 14th.
He picks up 1. He's up to 16 after starting shotgun on
How
the
did
field.
you do that? What? How did
Okay, so Ross is 18th. Bubba's 10th. Reddick's 3rd.
Chase Elliott sitting back there trying to figure out, okay.
That Jordan paint scheme from Tyler Reddick, I admit I like the meaning behind it, but with that just Reddick's Jordan paint scheme just looks tacky. I like the meaning, but it does look tacky with it being banned.
I like the meaning, but that has to be the ugliest so insane.
It's just tacky, if you ask me. It's
wears out on these cars. The first thing that happens is it starts wanting to sail the back, getting in the corner, and then all of a sudden you're turning to the right, getting in the corner, and then it makes you tight in the middle of the corner, and
that means you're in the way, right?
You can't put the throttle down, and then when you're really in the way, then it's not fun.
Chase Elliott's last lap, 0.9 of a second slower than his fastest lap of the race, back on lap 8. Kyle Busch keeping pace with the race leader, trying not to go another lap down. Reddick's caught.
Okay, Denny's still on fourth.
It's inevitable. I think he's going to get him. Just keep applying the pressure. I don't know that you want to move him this early in a race. Just try to be still being patient.
Come on, Clint, let's move. We gotta go.
I need to move back. You might need that favor later.
Yeah, and I don't know that you, right now with Reddick and Buscher, I think with their track position, I don't think you'd have to move it very hard and he'd give in because there's a little gap behind Reddick. So you need to take advantage of those situations when you have the opportunity like that. I disagree. I think you need to put the pressure on and start to lean on him a little bit in order to try to get that track position a little bit easier because as this race goes on, it will get harder and harder.
Biggest mover so far that I see is this car right here, Ryan Blaney, up 8 positions already. He's made some moves and doing it pretty easily too.
Well, that's not surprising. As we've gone through the years, we know that Ryan Blaney's car is typically turns better than most people, and on the long runs, he has been phenomenal through the last couple of years of making that car make good lap time for a long time. And as it goes on longer and longer, he gets stronger and stronger.
70 laps complete. Chase Elliott has led them all from the pole. Chris Buescher in second. Tyler Reddick, Denny Hamlin, Christopher Bell, top 5. We go side by side.
Hamlin's on the back bumper of Reddick. I mean, second, third, and fourth are all right there.
Yeah.
Get to the outside. There you go, Denny.
Of course, the hot sun can be tough on vehicles too. You need WeatherTech. And cargo liner will shield the car from sand and snow. Rear interior, air seal protector, and sunshade. Plus,
Up to third, Denny Hamlin. Oh. Now there's C-Bell. There's the fifth. Oh yeah, I can feel the long run speed throwing in there. Oh, you got Byron around. Something happened.
Oh, heat up. Hands. You know with the wall out that.
Oh yeah, yeah.
That.
I'll be back.
One unforgettable weekend in racing paradise. NASCAR weekend at Homestead Miami Speedway. Get your tickets now at HomesteadMiamiSpeedway.com.
After I can see what happens, hold on. I gotta look and watch the replay and see what happened before I. I think there might be a halftime break. I think.
Maybe.
I don't know. Maybe. I think I heard there is, but
It's going down live in the Big Easy as the NFL on Fox team hosts America's Super Bowl party. Performances by Don Batiste and the Tubi Red Carpet with Olivia Colman. Super Bowl 59 pregame show live at 1 Eastern on Fox and streaming on Tubi.
Did you pay that guy, Clint?
Or that guy?
Well, there's two of them.
You don't have to pay, buddy. Look at this.
see what happened.
All right, here's why we're under caution. Off track.
Oh, yep, you're exactly what happened. Todd Gillen just didn't give Byron any room, and
Right in front of the leader, Chase Elliott, too.
yep,
That's how fast
spun
that's
out,
happened.
24.
That could have wiped your leader out. So,
Just, yep, kind of like what happened with Allmendinger and Custer last night.
that was the 24.
Kind of like
Listening
that.
to his radio mic, and he said up to that point his steering was really stiff, so having a hard time turning that race car. And you saw it looked like he had some damage. They brought it in, they checked it out. Rudy Fugle, his crew chief, looked underneath the car, said no damage. So you see him there, he's back out.
Well, that's not an abnormal problem on these cars, the rack and pinion steering on these things. Sometimes you have a pump or rack that has it's harder to turn or has something happen throughout the weekend, but that is definitely
We are gonna have a halfway show, halftime break.
Scoring is showing Byron 1 lap down with no breaks. Kyle Busch down 2 laps. Well, we've noted Blaney, right? He's the biggest mover of 11 positions.
And he's gonna take the top.
Up to 12. Obviously, I was big on Reddick, but then Denny Hamlin passed him on the outside, Kevin.
Yeah, we continue to see that outside group, but on that long run right there, you really saw the 11 and some of those other guys. The 12 car was coming hard towards the front of the pack, so it's definitely got an outside group, Larry.
Yeah, you see Chase Elliott, of course, he's led 78 laps from the beginning of the green flag. You saw it took him a while to get by Kyle Busch. I talked to his crew chief, Alan Gustafson, and even at a quarter-mile racetrack, the way that car drives changed when he was in dirty air. He said he started losing the front end and couldn't turn. That's why it took him so long to get by Kyle Busch.
Yeah, that goes right back to the story that Larry talked about at the beginning. Right? Like, you don't want that front to be damaged. You have to use the front bumper.
All right.
Then that traffic becomes tougher. So this 22 laps right here is going to be a tough 22 laps on these worn out tires. You're going to see these cars slip and slide as they take off. A lot of guys will spin the tire on the restart here because the regular tires worn out.
Elliott and Buescher line up again, side by side. Chevy Ford front row, 2 Toyotas, Hamlin and Reddick in row 2. Here they are in the restart zone.
Green flag.
Here we go.
See the 9 up the hill a little bit.
Oh, Bell went in. I think Bell would try to win 3 wide. More 3 wide action.
Inside, 3 wide with the 77.
Here's where it gets tight off the corner.
Oh, shit.
There's, come on.
Just like he passed Reddick on the outside.
Clint, you and I were talking about this as the commercial was happening. We were watching Denny on the outside of Reddick, and you see him
Come on, Denny.
racing Chase Elliott here for the lead.
He's moving him up the racetrack more than his driver Reddick did.
But this is something that Denny Hamlin can do in Martinsville. He can go places that other guys can't. He's just got such a good feel for these flat tracks. He gets his car working to where he'll do things like this.
He also he got moved. Chase Elliott ran him way up the track there. He's still on the outside. The other thing he does, though, as part of that equation, is saves his tires. Deep into these runs, always look for Denny Hamlin.
Yeah, good. Good move. Go behind them and try to bump them.
Second, right up against Elliott's bumper. Lets him know he's there. Reddick in third, Buescher in fourth, Keselowski and Bell.
Well, we talked a lot about Denny Hamlin as we went through the pre-race shows and through practice, and he struggled in the first practice. We're like, oh man, he can't get off to a good start. Wins this heat race, running up in the front now, and it looks like Denny Hamlin and Chris Gale have got this 11 team under control for sure.
Action back at night. Wallace on the outside of Van Gisberg and drops in line. Denny Hamlin's been doing what longtime railbirds here at Bowman Gray said can't be done. Passing on the outside. Passing's usually done here by 8 wheels. Working better than 4. Or by just by blowing somebody.
Or in this case, we've got about 12 wheels pushing each other.
There's another lady to the inside of Briscoe. Chase Briscoe lost 6 spots since that restart. Now when we get to lap 100, NASCAR will throw the caution and we'll have a halftime break.
Well, you see Denny Hamlin slide the left front tire right there, getting in the corner.
I think he abused those tires a little harder, a little more than he wanted to, trying to race and outpull Elliott on that outside.
Well, I know you don't want to hear this, Clint, but when they get strung out like this and you get close to each other, I mean, the aero does matter here, and it does change the effect of the handling on that car, and that's why I think you see Denny trying to move around. We saw him go up top earlier, but just trying to get some air on the front of that car, and he's got such a unique way of entering that corner so high right there and being able to get such a good run off the corner.
I believe if he can get wheel to wheel with him, right door to door with him on that outside, he will overcome and take the position. 8 laps to go to halfway. He can take the exit away from him, but you got to be door to door to do that. Tyler Reddick looking on back here at 11. Ryan Blaney continues to march from 23rd now up to 11th. He has climbed through half the field.
Yeah, and I think Denny Hamlin right here really wants to take control of this race. If he can make this pass before halfway, that opens up a lot of doors for him to be the leader on the restart, the inside on the restart, take advantage of everything that he's got going with his car. And so I think he needs to press as hard as he can for these last 5 laps to try to get that lead.
I think that's how he's going to be able to pass him too. I think it's going to be pressing on the bumper.
There you go.
Like
Awesome.
right there. Hamlin won the Clash last year in California, and his new crew chief, Chris Gale, pretty much dominated that race with Ty Gibbs behind the wheel. 4 to go to halfway when they come past start-finish. There he is, looking to the outside again.
He's got a good run this time.
There you go. There it is.
There we go.
On the inside. Got him with a trade paint. They're dead even at the line.
There you go.
Outside, boom. Go to the inside. It'll be 2 to go this time to halfway. Elliott looking back on the inside. We've got a new leader for the first time today after Elliott led 97 laps. Denny Hamlin
There's Reddick.
pulling away, and now Tyler Reddick to second. One lap to halfway. After everybody cycles through the start-finish line, we'll see the caution flag and the halftime break. Blaney has made his way into the top 10 after starting
And boom.
And there is the caution flag.
Chase Elliott with 96 laps. Denny Hamlin has been out in front for the last 4 with Tyler Reddick in tow. We are halfway in the clash in Winston-Salem. For a limited time, Hardee's is adding the rich goodness of maple flavor to our handcrafted favorites. For a sweet spot on your day all day, maple makes everything better, especially at Hardee's. And now enjoy breakfast till noon every day. All right, boys, here we go.
Well, the first half was certainly interesting. Other than it was dominated by Chase Elliott, and then Denny Hamlin led for like the final 4 laps of the first half.
No, in my opinion,
Hopefully, he can hold on.
I think we didn't see chaos because, well, it's the first 5 laps, so.
You're enjoying the Clash 2025, first time here in the history
Yeah,
of
I
the
know.
37th running of the Clash, but at Bowman
Everyone's gonna play conservative to the end.
They're probably gonna play
Chris Myers, and
until
as we expected, this is the halfway
the 150th lap.
Obviously, Chase Elliott, the pole sitter, dominating. So Denny Hamlin there at the end. Ryan Blaney has made up a lot of ground as well. What's got your attention?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not completely surprised that it was a little bit tame at the beginning, knowing how crazy the
He was definitely using a foot, maybe a little more than a foot in the two-third mark, just trying to push you up. And when he drove it in and after he showed you up, he was probably 3 foot off of it. If we were out there, he was using a little more, but we were getting that. And then watch him start again. Make sure you tell Nick 45 that appreciate him letting me dive in there and make the move. I know he probably just jammed in there 3 times, giving me that good help. Okay.
All right. Getting ready for the second half of this race.
Yay.
Rolling forward to the air. For the break. Definitely think it's probably going to be a little tighter here with the field as well. Yeah, we were for all that. We had where it was fuel.
Okay.
Count as a Grand National win. NASCAR agreed, and Bobby Allison ended his career at 84 wins. However, shortly before Bobby's passing, NASCAR's Jim France and Mike Helton came and said NASCAR has adjusted their record books and credited Allison with first place in that race and Grand National points in the 85th win that went with it. That was consistent with other previous decisions of drivers like Tiny Lund receiving credit for Grand National wins driving Grand American cars.
Well, it's always good to right those situations.
Sellout crowd, 17,000 strong here to see the clash at Bowman Gray. And watch Denny Hamlin drive to the lead 4 laps from the end of the first half of this race. Hamlin and Reddick in Toyotas, Chase Elliott, who led 96 laps in his Chevrolet, Chris Buescher and Brad Keselowski in Fords are the top 5.
I think this second 100 is going to be different than the first 100.
I agree, and I think as you look at everything that happened in that first run there, they're going to have a lot better read on what the tire wear was. They know what their car did on the long run. Obviously, we know that Denny Hamlin does a great job taking care of his tires, like you said, but he's just got this. He's got this knack when he can get his car right like this to be able to move around the racetrack and do things that other guys can't.
So you're saying these boys are in trouble?
It's a good possibility.
Hamlin inside, Reddick outside. And they continue on even back through at least the first 5 rows. Team 11 has 5 Clash wins, 4 for driver Denny Hamlin, and 1 for his new crew chief Chris Gale, who won the 2020 Clash with Eric Jones at the wheel. Green flag laps only count, so we're 100 down, 100 to go. Gregson got the free pass. He's back on the lead lap. William Byron, 1 down. Kyle Busch, 2 down.
Well, how long is it going to take, Clint, before we
Green
start
next
to get
time.
more physical than what we did before?
All it takes is one, and as soon as it starts happening, just like we saw in the LCQ, once it starts happening, it's just a vicious cycle you can't get out of.
Josh Berry ran over the Choose V painted on the asphalt, and they're going to add a lap to move him to the rear. You have to make a definitive move to the left or the right of that V and not cross over it when the Choose happens.
Yeah, they put the V on the racetrack to kind of give you some guidelines to not hit the box. There's a box in the middle of that V, and if you touch that box with any of your car, that's a penalty and not clearly defined as you see that box in the middle of the V right there. If you touch any part of that, it's a penalty.
I don't know. I love that. At the end of the day, it's just as long as it's obvious which way you want to go. That's the intent of that rule. But here we go. Nonetheless.
One guy I think we need to watch right here that could challenge is Ryan Blaney.
Here we go.
He's going to come from 8th on the restart.
Green flag back out.
Green for 100 more laps.
Sliding up the racetrack, running Reddick way up the track.
Yeah, and right now they're going to be on the really low air pressure, and that car is not going to want to turn as good as what it will after it gets a couple laps on the tires.
So Reddick tried to dive down in there and blocked him, but it stacked them all up. And although Chase Elliott wasn't trying to hit him, it's just a cumulative.
Oh, Larson spins. And Briscoe spins.
Briscoe, Larson. Spin.
Oh,
Well, there's
yeah,
your answer.
that was awesome.
Well, they made 2 laps.
Not sure quite how that started. Let's see.
Cindric got into Larson.
Yeah, look, it was hard to tell right there. I couldn't tell
I
if Larson
think
was
what
trying
happened,
to
but I don't know what happened to Chase.
Synchronized spinning there. Well, I'll just simplify it then. Cindric got into him.
Yeah.
Well, let's watch from the 5. It's obviously hard to see from that angle. It looked like he was trying to move down to me. Take the spot.
Yeah, a lot of times from the driver's standpoint, you try to force the issue and hoping that the guy will give you some room. Look at those situations, you see their eyes get big. I don't think Kyle Larson, his eyes never even blinked, never changed.
All right, coming to choose this time. I'm a little surprised it's just been odd, even. Everybody wants to be forward rather than inside or outside for advantage.
Well, I think that's because that outside groove has been pretty good, and you haven't seen a lot of time lost on the inside lane being so dominant. So I think that's why it's just been odd even just to keep the track position.
But certainly something that these fans don't see a lot of at Bowman Gray Stadium. Let's put it that way. I mean, the modifieds, it's 3, 4, 5 rows before somebody wants to take that outside sometimes. These cars, their ability to be able to hang tight on that outside, hang tough, is impressive. Ryan Blaney picked up 1 spot. He is up to 9th. And we'll restart inside. In the 5th row.
And we know as this gets into that run, as good as that 12 car was, we know that if he can just pick 4 or 5 of these guys off at the end of the run, he is going to be a contender. But he's got to survive and keep the fenders on the car and have everything go his way, as those laps will click off pretty quick if it ever stretches out.
98 to go.
There we go.
Hamlin and Reddick. Front row. Toyota's controlling the front row once again. Into the restart zone.
Let's go.
Definitely getting better at this outside line. It's either burning rubber into it and gaining grip or whatever, but I mean, you saw it right there, door to door to door, several rows back.
And you see Hocevar just dive in the corner on the outside of Christopher Bell.
That's that light blue car. Deadlocked for second. Elliott and Reddick.
Yeah, when I go back to the first lap on that restart, we talk about that gap, and Reddick he hung on the outside of Denny Hamlin, and that gap filled up with the 9. And now the longer we go, those cars start to stack up on the inside line as you get lap 3, 4, 5. Then it becomes more difficult for whatever reason to get yourself back in line, and that outside groove becomes less of a defensible line to be able to keep up with the inside guys.
Hocevar moves Christopher Bell way up the racetrack. You guys see retaliation.
Oh, wow.
Told you. Saw that one coming. I couldn't hardly get it out of my mouth fast enough.
Wow.
Well, we talked about that during the
spins.
commercial that Carson Hocevar is an aggressive driver, and in this scenario, when you get aggressive and you guys
Disappointing. I don't know what more he wants from me.
He got into I saw him get in the back of Christopher Bell pretty hard down in 1 and 2, and I knew the retaliation was coming. See what happened.
Oh, yep. Hocevar moved Bell out of the way,
Yeah,
and Christopher
right there, he
Bell
backed off
just
Bell.
repaid the favor.
He got into the back of the 20.
Yep. He was moving back down in there, and
You'll see Hosefar go down because he knows he's got to defend himself because he's going to get hit. But,
all right, here's Christopher Bell's radio.
22 just shoved you there. Wasn't nothing you can do. All right.
Oh,
Take
wow.
care of it.
Yep.
I didn't mean to do that.
No, it didn't look like it.
no, and that's really when the spotter of the 77 needs to come on and tell him what actually happened. But the 22 was in the back of the 20, and
Oh yeah,
that was a pretty
definitely.
aggressive move. And obviously that wasn't Christopher Bell's fault.
92 laps to go. Denny Hamlin leading the clash. Crash.
Type 2 diabetes? Discover the Ozempic Trizone.
Currently have 10 people watching. Thank you guys so much for your support. Get some more water.
Getting results when it affects your neighborhood. Worried about their drinking water, your wallet, their funds have been stolen, your family safety. Electronic monitoring program. You dig deep, getting you answers. Brand new reporting, allegations that misled the public. All right, boys, who we betting on? Sportsbook for every kind of player. Hard rock bet. Roll. Here come the mummies are coming to the Montgomery.
Okay.
So wood that doesn't much stay off. That's wood.
Oh, he's back! He's back! Yes! Oh,
Well, might as well.
Here they come.
Green flag.
That's as close as 23 cars can get anywhere we go.
And you saw Brent Keselowski lock up that left front tire and get into the side of the 20 car there. Ryan Blaney, he's going to have to start making something happen here. He's up a couple spots from where he restarted in 10th up to 8th.
You see the pressure starting to come from the back, SVG in the back of him, and so on and so forth. Chastain to the back of them. These guys their patience is over. 7th place side by side.
Oh yeah, this sign good lesson now.
Yep.
I mean, it's sad now. As this lap's undo by fast.
Pressure behind, and they drop in
Yep.
single file. So now, on the outside, Bubba Wallace trying to get past. Shane Van Gisbergen and challenge Bell. You have to be careful. We've seen it time and time again when you fill that hole and fill that gap. And
Chastain.
really stacks
Oh.
up behind you. Chastain gave a little bump to the left rear quarter of his teammate, but could not capitalize. Chastain in the 1. Suarez up the outside against Cindric, and that may put all 3 Trackhouse cars together here if he prevails.
Suarez up the outside against Cindric, and that makes
Turn 2.
Oh my. Hendrick teammates wreck.
And Byron both trying to come up from the rear and getting together, both spinning in turn 2.
Yeah.
Come on, Madhouse. Do a song.
Hendrick Motorsports led the first 96 laps of this race, Chase Elliott. And a lap ago, Byron got squeezed.
It's Carson Hosmark who just got in the back of Kyle Larson and took out Byron with him.
Yeah, that just looked like the 19 into the back of the
Let's see.
77.
Or was it?
Yeah. See, Melissa is officially now the most hated, so I mean.
Oh.
Melissa bumped the 77 into the 5.
Yeah, I see it.
I find
Yeah.
myself looking into the grandstands because everything that happens here at Bowman Gray Stadium has a reaction.
I thought you were going to tell me that it's the fact that you're up here calling instead of being spun out down there.
Well, I enjoy that part too. I love the fact that I can take my headset off when I get done. I don't have to worry about any of these people yelling at me for spinning their favorite driver out or anything else that might have happened that night. So that part is much less stressful.
Choosing in. And once again, it's pretty much odd even. All the way back to the field.
And that's the natural progression of everything that happens as we go through these race weekends. These guys just learn. And then they went from, hey, we got to be on the bottom to, hey, we don't want to give up any track position. Because the outside group is working fine.
There he is, guys. Keep an eye on that 12th car.
It went from
Getting bigger. Up to 7th.
Yeah, Blaney started dead last.
I don't know what that's what.
Just has a speed. Like,
It's no Fox. The Camel. So,
11 cars able to get the lead. It allows him to just use the whole racetrack, manage his pace, and I believe he's able
Here
to
we go.
save some tire and take care of his car. The advantage of having the track position that you need.
85 to go.
here we go. Green flag.
Advantage of having the track position that you need. 85 to go. Green flag.
impressed with both RFK cars. Both of those cars are running strong. Now can Chase Elliott capitalize? He's on the inside of Reddick, and he retakes second spot here. And then Clint, those RFK cars right ready to pounce behind him. Yeah, it's just been
Yep, Elliott now the second.
so far, right? Not a scratch on any of their cars, just biding their time, getting to the end. Oh, now you got Brad up the track. Blaney underneath of him.
So far, right? It's not a
Christian Blaney made that pass. Busher moves up one, so does Blaney.
Blaney underneath of him.
Yeah, I think
Don't look now, Blaney's
is
charging.
the car that
Oh!
Turn one.
Keselowski around.
Goes around off the front bumper of Bubba Wallace.
Bowman and Hocevar.
Spins. Bowman spins.
Oh, that was bad.
His ability to be able to throttle and carry speed through the center and keep
Goodness.
that's where he's making all those passes. Right, Keselowski was.
I know, but someone does slate to for the last.
And here's a look.
Right, Keselowski was moving up well through the field. 6th place. Like he's going to head to the field.
Looks like hold on.
See.
I tried to.
Oh, looks like Bubba tried to come down and
Sorry about
Keselowski just
that. Didn't go time here, and we got to go.
That's what I was saying
They're
about doing that
going
earlier. You have to be
Hocevar.
careful.
Yeah.
Just because you're clear right there.
You
stack
saw it
everybody
down
up
long.
and they push them, even if they're not trying to. Everybody else behind them pushes them into you.
I think those two other guys just tapped on the brake on the way.
And a lot of times when you try to fill that hole, you have to slow down a little bit. The guy behind you is coming forward with his momentum, and it just winds up in a situation like this. Look at this. Look at Larson's head.
You have to slow down.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen it too many times from right here in this bird's eye view right here. I mean, especially getting into 3. Don't do it. If it's even remotely close,
Watch this. Watch this head.
give them the bottom one more lap.
Watch his head right here.
Getting into 3. Don't do it. If it's remotely close, watch this head. Give him down one more lap. Watch his head right here.
Oh,
I mean, that's a full wreck. Yeah, that's the one thing about these cars that they've been working on with the front bumper, the foam and the way that these cars cave in the front and the back. But as a driver, you feel some of those impacts like that. I mean, that probably bottomed his on strap out, and you don't really realize how violent it is inside of these cars. As tough as these cars are, when you get some of those nose to tail impacts and you're not ready for them. You're not stopping that anyway, but
No, well, I mean, to your point. All right, a video game. This is real now.
doing the choose roll again.
Car, Chase Elliott took the inside. So the 3rd and 4th place car, Busher, goes to the outside, and so does Reddick. That's a little different from what we've seen. Past chooses here. 2 more spots.
I think Chase Briscoe's done, it looks like.
So, Larry Mack, these cars that are pitting under these cautions with damage, can they get tires?
Yeah, it is.
The only thing you can do as far as changing the tire is if you have a flat tire, Mike, and it's 1 for 1. If you have 1 flat tire, you can't change all 4. You can only change the flat tire that you have. Remember, they don't have any more sticker
Going
tires.
green next time back.
Just probably hit the wall.
It's a set from that 3rd final qualifying practice they had last night.
Yeah, and the tone link might be
Yeah,
They
damaged.
like keep being
Hamlin,
improved.
Elliott, Toyota, Chevy, front row. Ford, Toyota. Hamlin, Elliott behind Hamlin. So it's Toyota and Ford with Busher to bring them back to the green.
Hamlin, Elliott behind Hamlin.
I feel like putting a bit that Bowman through on. I don't know why.
Chris Busher takes the fight to Hamlin on the outside.
Oh,
Elliott
whoa.
to the inside for the lead.
What happened there?
Pushed him high there and opened the door up for Elliott on the bottom.
Oh.
Drive off.
Look who's right behind them on that spot.
Here comes Blaney. Told you he's charging.
Wow, he is there. But Hamlin is just
Oh,
strong.
Elliott
Gives
bumps.
him a bump. They're still side by side.
Oh my goodness, this is.
Going crazy.
Come on, Danny, get past him.
As they should. A lot of
Oh,
racing
but
left here.
out of the way.
The guy that these front two guys don't want to slip up and let by is that 12.
Well, why don't we
Oh,
hood the
a little more,
Sideways behind Ryan Blaney right
more
there.
contact.
Yeah, but Wallace gave Busher a shot.
Look who's going inside. It's Bubba. Look at that.
Oh,
Back on the inside.
I thought Bubba was
Oh
on
my.
17. Damn.
Chase Briscoe out of the race. Steering issues.
I was doing this. I kind of thought something like that with that.
Foul for the moment. Elliott, Hamlin, Blaney. Then Busher outside trying to hold off Bubba Wallace, but he can't get down to the inside. Laps to go. Elliott, Hamlin, Blaney, 1, 2, 3 as we take your box side by side.
Hit this one.
If home internet is really home internet, shouldn't it work throughout your home? That's why we engineered our Xfinity Gateway to seamlessly deliver Wi-Fi from room to room.
Push gun, cool, smooth slide skills. To avoid going in circles, take note of recognizable landmarks like that. What's wrong with going in circles? Different circle for us. Okay. And for the mountains.
Take note of recognizable
Have you ever
landmarks.
dreamt of getting 2 of your fave Wendy's items for $7? Like a spicy chicken sandwich, a Dave's single, or 10-piece nugs? Well, today's the day your oddly specific dream comes true. Pretty good dream. 2 faves for just $7. Gotta be Wendy's. Yes, right.
Darn.
As fast as an hour with express delivery. Welcome to your Walmart. Sounds like you need to vaporize that cold. It's Dayquil plus a brush of fixed vapor.
Jeez, it looks like Danny Hamlin can really. He has a ton of speed on entry. Like, it can rotate really freaking well. Like, the car is.
Welcome to a whole new season of NASCAR. Push gun.
Welcome, there you go.
If you encounter
Oh, Logan's on 900 now.
Yep.
279 out of the way.
Have you ever dreamt of getting 2
Damn it, he's testing down this
like a
one.
spicy chicken sandwich, a Dave's single, or 10-piece nugs? Well, today's the day your oddly specific dream comes true. Pretty good dream. 2 faves for just $7. Gotta be Wendy's.
60 laps to go in the Cookout Clash at Bowman Gray Stadium. Winston-Salem, North Carolina, the exhibition race that kicks off the NASCAR season. Chase Elliott's led a total of 111 laps. Denny Hamlin's been out front for 28. The story has been Ryan Blaney, who took a provisional, started shotgun on the field, and has methodically worked his way to third and in a challenging position.
So impressive, and has done it without a scratch on his car. I mean, he literally hasn't been in a dust-up with one single car.
Well, as we were in that commercial, we saw the bumper tag there between the 9 and the 11, and now the 9 has driven off to a couple car lengths gap there. But if this cycle goes like it did in the first run, we're going to see the 9 car die a little bit at the end of the run, and that's where the 11 and the 12 were better.
I totally agree, but we're seeing opposite of that. I think I see the 11 starting to fall off and the 12 applying the pressure. Might be him just managing, right? Trying to manage those tires to get them to the end.
Yeah, the guy we haven't talked about much there in 4th place is Bubba Wallace. He had a great
But
run last night, had a fast car, as you pointed out, Clint, last night, and he's had a solid run
Elliott
to put himself in position to have a shot tonight.
Blaney looked underneath the 11 off the floor.
I didn't pick Bubba to make the playoffs this year, but I freaking hope he does. Oh, Blaney's going to go to the inside of Denny.
He's probably going to make around the 12.
Yeah. Looks like Blaney is a touch faster.
I see him make 2 round 12.
There's no chance that I thought a car that took a revision on Bowman Gray Stadium would be competing for the win. Great job, Ryan.
Be cool to see Blaney win.
We've seen this team do that, and you pointed it out. I mean, the center corner speed with this car compared to the cars is so much faster. And that's what this 12 team has become notorious for, is being able to roll that center in the corner and have their car turn better, but also still be able to get off the corner.
Reddick fell up to 8th. My
This
goodness.
car roll the center corner is impressive.
Tyler Reddick, our Toyota cam there, back to 8th place.
Watch this.
Is right there.
It looks like he hits the gas.
This all wants yes. Yes, I do. I think what's fucking cool stuff. And David
Oh yeah, Blaney looks like he's has the fastest car on the racetrack. Like,
just inside 50 laps to go. Maybe looking over Chase Elliott, just inches away.
I have never seen so many fans on the free airways before.
yeah, we got 48 laps to go currently.
Hamlin now a full second back. Ahead of Wallace, Busher, and Logano. And you saw right there in the front of your screen, lap traffic's coming.
Ooh, that's
the first time we've seen lap traffic.
Yeah.
Yeah, we know that Chase Elliott caught
Well,
lap
that's
traffic
gonna
at the
be
end of that
fun.
first run, and the comment that he had was the fact that he felt like his car got tighter when he got to the back of the field. So that's going to happen again, most likely, once they get there.
You can see this view. See how he rolls that center, stays right on the bottom and catches him right in the middle of the corner. Elliott trying to become the second Elliott to win the Clash. His dad brought Ford Thunderbird number 9 to victory in the 1987 running of the Busch Clash.
Logano overtakes
Logano
Busher.
up for 5th, passing Chris Busher. It's the highest Logano has been tonight.
Well, we're getting close to the pay window opening, Mike. So that's usually when Logano shows up.
Defending champion of the NASCAR Cup Series, which begins in earnest in Daytona Beach in 2 weeks.
All right, here we
Daytona
go.
500.
Here we go,
All right,
Mike.
lapping has begun.
Ooh.
Chase did a great job of making short time with Suarez, the lap car there. I think Blaney's, I hate to say it, I think he's starting to lose some grip.
It's interesting how this gap comes and goes.
Chase Elliott's doing a great job of managing his tires. The drive off and the 9 car looks superior. And we're down to 40 to go. But lapping has begun. Chase Elliott beginning to close up on slower cars here. One more time, we'll take you Fox side by side.
Y'all see this, Patrick? Say goodbye. Listen to the amazing new iPhone 16 to T-Mobile. At T-Mobile, get iPhone 16 on us. Plus, families can switch and save 20% off versus the other. What it is, I'll give it away.
Subway's got a new you drink for just $6.99. Or if you're big hungry, make it Subway. That's a good one. All new $6.99 meal of the day at Subway.
Cold refreshment. The time is now.
Damn, I'm falling asleep, but good.
I mean, nothing too big has happened.
No, they all split out, so.
Yeah.
We did a tossing between Yo and Folio. I will get.
The extra work has a vintage solution. Never wasting messes even from growing. Plus, it's the bucket with all the hard work that
He's distance between himself and Ryan Blaney. Blaney closes it back down here.
Well, Denny's now 30 seconds back.
The top 5.
Yeah, Chase Elliott, as he's gone through traffic, he's not been messing around. He's been giving those guys a couple shots to the bumper and getting them up the racetrack and moving on, because Ryan Blaney, I think that gap is there, but I still believe that he's better.
And I think he's doing a good job of timing where he's catching and where he's making those moves. Very efficient with his passes in the lap cars.
Very efficient. But I think as we get to this 25-lap window, that's really when Ryan Blaney, it was really nice as he would get to the end of the runs here with 25 to go and had that long run speed.
Blaney trying to give the captain, Roger Penske, second Sunday in a row with a big win. Penske Porsches won the Rolex 24-hour race in Daytona last week.
Watch out. And this guy right here, Tyler Reddick, he had a bad cycle there on the restart, fell back 5 or 6 spots, and now he's just settled in 8th and hasn't made much ground.
Joey Logano's getting a little impatient with Bubba Wallace here. This is for 4th place.
Well, he's running out of laps, Mike. He knows that he's got to make something happen if he wants to put himself in contention in case this caution comes out. He's got that higher entry. He's got the front bumper working to the back bumper of Bubba Wallace's car. But he's got that Denny Hamlin line there on the entry.
He's definitely pulling around a lot faster right now. Cannot find a way around that car. You can see him trying to outside, swoop back in, get underneath of him. You're going to have to move him, Kevin.
Yeah, quickly.
Bit of muscle there as Logano gets into turn number 3. Looks like he is going to take over the 4th
Yep,
spot.
Logano just got by Bubba.
Chase Elliott has just lapped Kyle Larson. His Henry Motorsports teammate creates just a tiny bit of log jam there for Ryan Blaney, and it results in a 2-car length deficit for Blaney.
It's a good
Once they clear,
good timing pass there. See how Husafar, I don't think it'll be as easy getting around that car.
like how Blaney's car wraps that curve. It looks better, but I think it's hurting his drive. Yeah, with the exit of the corner, it's that 9 can just get a straight exit and good drive up off the corner. They definitely have made Chase's car last a little bit longer than it did the first run.
Yeah, it's kind of two tails, right? Blaney rolls the center in and into the center a lot faster, and Chase is able to capitalize on the exit on the throttle, which is prevailing, obviously. Coming to 14 laps to go, 200.
At some point, Chase is going to get to a car that's not a Chevrolet. It seems like every car he's lapped so far has been a Chevy.
A good point. That would mean Todd Gilliland is 2 cars ahead, and then Josh Berry ahead of him. Kyle Busch next in front of the leader in the number 8.
Man, Kyle Busch has just had a rough go at it this weekend.
It's been a tough weekend for Richard Childress Racing in general. 2 Dillon boys did not.
Yeah, and that's why I don't trust RCR, because of weekends like that.
And Kyle's had difficulty. Okay, Chase moves by. And
aside from the super speed, oh, that was kind of shady or sketchy.
Oh.
11-10 to go, Clint.
Final 10 laps of the race.
Oh, Blaney way high down in turn number 1. Not sure if he had help or not, but he missed the corner. And now, it's 3 to 4 car lengths between the 2 leaders.
Well, that just pretty much solidified Chase Elliott's win.
Chase Elliott.
Oh, he just got loose.
Yeah. Unless the caution comes out, that might be Chase Elliott's race. 8 to go.
8 to go. So impressed with the job Chase Elliott's doing getting around these lap cars. He picks them off one by one, times them perfect, catches them in the right spot, does not slow him down.
Well, and everything that they've done this weekend has been top of the chart. Winning the heat race, winning the pole, leading a bunch of laps tonight.
Taking care of business.
Taking care of business so far.
And that skirmish with Kyle Busch, that has put paid to Ryan Blaney's chances to win this thing from the tail of the field. 6 to go. 4 car lengths, 5 car lengths, mid straightaway.
It's all going to come
now
down to this lap traffic.
That's right, and you're catching them nose to tail now. They're not just onesie-twosies. They're bumper to bumper.
Well, Blaney might have a chance. I don't know for sure, but
this year. And Berry's trying to hold in the bottom. Elliott gives him the bumper. He's very up high, and the leader pulls underneath with 4 to go.
And that's the message to those guys in the back. And hey, I'm here. I'm about to win this race with 4 laps to go. One shot. Get out of the way.
Please get out of my way. Christopher Bell, same song, second verse. And Elliott moves on. Coming to 2 to go.
2 to go. Oh, Blaney misses the corner again.
Blaney drove that thing in there. He's throwing Hail Marys now.
Suarez just moved aside for Elliott.
Yep, Chase Elliott's got this one in the bag.
Now Blaney is going to have to move the 99 to get by. White flag, 1 lap to go.
Yep, it's going to be Chase Elliott. Well, Chase Elliott wins at
off of turn 4. Chase Elliott, Rick Hendrick Chevrolet win the Cookout Clash at Bowman Gray Stadium. Fantastic job.
Yo, boys. Awesome job. Appreciate y'all.
Wow.
And that was flawless, Clint. I mean, from start to finish of the weekend, that was just a
full execution.
Chase Elliott wins it,
Ryan
folks.
Blaney officially 1.3 seconds back in second. Denny Hamlin third. Joey Logano fourth. Bubba Wallace fifth. Ross Chastain, Austin Cindric.
Well, then he got third. Bubba got fifth, and Tyler Reddick finished 8th.
Round out the top 10. What a fun weekend.
That was great.
First class win for Chase Elliott in his 9th try. He becomes the 26th driver to win it. Finished second on the Daytona Road Course in 2021.
What did you think?
It was alright.
Yeah, if I have to say it, I'd give it a 6 out of 10 if I have to rate it. But it was definitely the interesting aspect, definitely.
That's like the least season Bowman Gray race.
The job that they did on this.
Mm-hmm.
And the real winner are these fans, 17,000 strong. They packed in here. 40% local ticket buyers. They came from 44 states to see NASCAR's best put on a preseason show. I think they got their money's worth and then some.
Kevin, I think he's using the wall to keep him going around there. How about that? Yes! That's a burnout.
Yeah, he just did Chase Elliott just did burnout donuts in this football stadium.
I think that these fans here also have taught a lot of fans around the country how you watch and cheer for a race, because these people know how to do it. Thank them all for showing up.
Chase Elliott parks it on the 40-yard line. Winston-Salem State football field. He led 171 laps and had the fastest lap of the race. Good looking helmet.
Well, that's it. My post-race reaction will be out after this, and yeah, first time NASCAR racing a Bowman Gray in the Cup Series, Bowman Gray in over 50 years. I give this race a solid 6 out of 10 score. Yeah, NASCAR is back, and that's it. This is Preston and
It's Austin 49.
Sign off, and our next live race reaction will be the Daytona Duels. Peace out.